tick tock, beat, beat, wall clock, tick tock, tick tock. I am a
Hey guys, I'm Buket and I make videos that help young people cope with the difficulties of adulthood. Today we're going to be altering some clothes together. It's been a while since I laid my hands on altering some of my clothes. I was planning to do this video in German originally, but all of the clothes alteration videos that I've ever watched were all in English, so right now my brain is not able to process my own native language, which is a sign that English is taking over the world, I guess. I don't know. I have a few pieces. I have 2 dresses and 1 pair of pants. One of the dresses is too tight on me. One of them needs to get a little smaller. The pair of pants only needs to be cropped in the bottom. Actually, I'm filming this before I'm altering anything of it, so I just hope that it turns out well. And yeah, enjoy!
Yes, I'm sitting right here, waiting for you, my dear.
My 2 main goals for this dress was 1. Making it fit, and 2. Fixing the broken zipper. The idea was to cut the décolleté to a square neck and installing a corset in the back so that the dress would hopefully fit me.
Yes, I'm sitting right here, waiting for you, my dear. Wondering if you ever want to.
So I took a seam ripper to remove the zipper, which turned out to be way harder than I had expected for some reason. I don't know why.
You gotta meet me.
Then I just fixed both sides of the dress with needles and sewed them back together. Hey guys, just checking in to show you the progress. This is what we have right now. This is the place where originally the zipper was placed. I just did a simple stitch. I know it's not perfect, but I do think that it looks decent. And I did the same over here. Obviously for me the most important thing was like when I hold the dress up or when I wear it, I didn't want people to notice that like originally there was a zipper. And I do think that I did a pretty good job. So next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this part open and here. I'm also going to cut here so that I can get a similar look to the thing that I'm wearing right now. Actually, I really like this kind of style. I do think that a square neck would make this very different. So next up was cutting the front part. Here I just took a ruler and a very bad pen, to be honest. And then I just drew a line around how I wanted the décolleté to look like. Also, fashion people, please don't hate me for using a pen like this. I'm so sorry.
Waiting for you, my dear. Wondering if you ever.
And here is the end result. I do think that it turned out pretty well. Next up was creating the corset part. And as you can see from my hand movements, I was a little confused. I fixed everything with needles again. And then I just began sewing along the lines. After that, the big part of the corset was coming, so I took these rings, which are actually key rings. So many fashion disasters in one video. But I arranged them nicely and then I just sewed them on. Then I just pulled through a white band and I adjusted it so that it would look pretty nice, and I do think that it actually turned out pretty well.
Yes, I'm sitting right here, waiting
I was so proud of myself about that. It actually looks really pretty.
wanna show you.
Because I wanted to fit the front part very tight and nicely, I pulled through an elastic band and I attached it to the seam. I also wanted the arms to be ruffled, so this is how I made it. For making a ruffled part, you just have to take some more fabric and then I just sewed around that line. I'm so proud of the fact that I did this by hand. I am actually pretty proud of how this dress turned out, even though the fact that I did it by hand gives me major picnic bitch vibes. I think right off the bat, we can see what the problem with this dress is. First of all, it is way too long, as you notice. I do think that it is pretty tight around my tummy and like hip area. As you can see, if I take in the sides, it looks way better. Altering this dress was honestly super easy. The only thing I did is putting the dress on and putting needles on the parts where I wanted the dress to be a little tighter. And then all I did was create a good line with the same pen that I had already used, my fashion disaster. And instead of cutting the fabric, the only thing I did was just stitching along the line. The excess fabric wasn't visible at all. I didn't cut the fabric because I wanted to make sure that I would be able to further alter this dress if I would ever lose or gain more weight. And here I also do think that the results turned out pretty well. This dress is the kind of dress that I would definitely wear if I was like a main character in a K-drama or something, with having two boys fight over my love. Okay, so the last clothing item that I need to fix is this pair of trousers. I know this piece has a few problems, but the biggest part for me personally is the fact that it's too long. Also, I should wear some seamless underwear under this underwear. Let's just alter the legs so that they're not so enormously long anymore. There is also another problem, which is that this part over here needs to have like a second part over there. I will blend it in. I feel so beauty guru doing this though. And I need to fix it, like I need to sew on a new one so that the trousers can hold like this. I think if it was like this, it would make my waist look a lot better. So that's what we're going to try to do today. Let's be honest, cutting pants is the most simple alteration that one can ever do, yet it can make such a big difference. The only thing I did was attach needles along the line where I wanted the pants to end on. Also, please excuse my weird sock and slipper combination. Hey guys, just checking in to show you my progress, which is no progress at all. So, before I move on to the legs of this pants, I actually need to put back on this little baby over here. Can you see it? I still need to sew this on. I have this part. Actually, I am not someone who alters clothes very regularly. I rather like to buy clothes that fit me well when I first buy them. But the problem is that lately I've been like losing and gaining and losing a lot of weight. So that's why my clothes need some alteration. But then things like pants, when they're too long, this is something that, you know, used to happen to me a lot back when I was not very familiar with what exactly my size should be and where I could like find the pants that would fit my body well. I like to call myself a thick girl, if I might say so myself. And I know that this term lately has been used very like kind of a compliment, but I've never liked the way my legs and my ass look. I don't know, I was always very jealous of these girls that had like very, you know, thin legs and not that wide of hips like I have. I always felt like my legs are very wide, which makes them look even bigger, and that honestly made me feel so uncomfortable all my life. Really, I am desperately trying to have a better relationship with my body and try to get along better with it. I also realized that no matter how much weight I lose, my legs and hips will always be wide and my ass will always be big, because that's just the way that my body is shaped. Even like within the thick girl concept, the problem is that the body proportions are not really the way that, you know, humans are shaped. That is very problematic. I don't think it is possible to have like this wide of hips and then a very tiny waist. Those people, you know, with those very desirable bodies, honestly, on Instagram, I'm pretty sure most of them don't look like that. They are very skilled in things like Photoshop and stuff like that. So the next time when you see a picture and you go like, wow, that body, I want that and that is very desirable, maybe try to zoom in at the waist. The only thing that is a problem is showing off something as if it was yours while it is not really yours. Young girls who watch these kind of things, who are like going through puberty and thinking like, why isn't my body looking like this? Guess what? It doesn't have to, because nobody looks like that. Woo-woo. So here we have the pants with the needles attached. What I did was I took the other leg of the pants and then I cut that one to the length that I had attached the needles at, if that makes any sense. And then I removed the needles from the other leg and I flipped it around again and then again cut along the lines. Now I have so many more occasions to wear these pants, and I do think that the main reason why I felt uncomfortable in them was that they were too long. This is the end of this video, so let's have a quick rewind by looking at which pieces I altered which way, the before and the afters. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my content, you can subscribe to my channel, and also please be kind enough to leave a like for me. See you guys next week. Bye bye.